Hello, my name is Annie Morrison, and I'm the Director of Communications for the Louisiana Department of Education. Today, I'm going to provide a quick update on the 2018 High School Performance Score ratings and report cards in the Louisiana School Finder, which is found at louisianaschools.com. School Finder is an interactive online tool that provides families with annual performance ratings for schools, school systems, and early childhood providers, basic information about schools and centers such as their website and address, and listings of course offerings, clubs, enrichment, and extracurricular activities for every publicly funded school and early childhood site in the state. With the release of school and center performance scores on November 8th, School Finder will include new features that reflect updates to Louisiana's accountability system. Let's take a look at some of these updates. While nothing is changing on the About Our School page this year, I do want to remind you about how this information is collected. All the data that you see on this page is collected in one of the department's data systems, whether that be PEP, SIS, STS, or sponsor site. Depending on the data point, the information is updated monthly, biannually, or annually. If there is information on your page that is incorrect, please work with your school system's data coordinators to make the correction in the appropriate data system. Now let's take a look at a school's report card. The overall performance page is the main page of each school's report card. This is also the page that schools can print out and send home to families by simply right-clicking the page and selecting the print option. If a school has been persistently struggling with an overall letter grade of a D or F for at least 3 years, then the school is going to have a label of comprehensive intervention required that will be located directly underneath the overall letter grade in the area that you see here. Any school identified with required intervention must submit a plan for improvement to the department next February. Also located under the overall letter grade, schools that have been honored for excellence in student progress will have a label of top gains, and schools that have been honored for excellence in serving students with disabilities, English learners, or economically disadvantaged students will have a label of equity honoree that will also be provided in the area you see here underneath the overall letter grade. Next, this page shows how the school has performed over time and in comparison to other schools in its school system. There's also a link to a school systems report card right here at this link. This year, due to the transition to the new accountability formula, schools will receive 2017-2018 ratings on the old formula as well as the new formula, as you see displayed here. Based on feedback from school system leaders, high school report cards this year will also include an overall letter grade and rating, a letter grade equivalent for each of the 5 student performance indices: assessment, ACT, graduation rate, and strength of diploma, as well as a letter grade equivalent and score for student progress. As a reminder, all of these indices are weighted equally towards your SPS, and you can view details on each one of them by clicking the View Details button. Let's start off by looking at student performance. New to the student performance page this year is the addition of the FAFSA submission rate for each high school that is located at the bottom of the page. Starting in the 17-18 school year, Louisiana began requiring financial aid planning as a condition for high school graduation. Therefore, this information will now be displayed on a school's report card. Next, let's take a look at the new student progress section. The student progress measure captures the extent to which schools are helping students to improve quickly, even if they're not yet mastering key skills for their grade level. The View Details button will show you how many students are demonstrating top growth in comparison to other schools in the state, in each subject area, and within specific groups of students. Top growth indicates that students are either on track to mastery or outperform their peers based on the value-added model. Looking back at the overall performance page, You will see at the bottom that there are links to metrics that are not included in a school's overall performance score, but are also important information for families on student performance. The first of which is the breakdown by student group. The breakdown of student groups page provides information on how well a school is preparing specific groups of students for the next level of study in comparison to other schools in the state. Here, the data for each group of students is presented by a percentile rank, with 1 being the lowest performing school in the state in preparing this group of students, and 99 being the highest performing school in the state. Starting this year, if a school is struggling with a particular group of students, then the school may receive a label of urgent intervention required or urgent intervention needed that will be displayed directly under the scale for that student group, as you will see in the Students with Disabilities example here. By clicking on the urgent intervention graphic, we'll see a definition of this label. Now let's take a look at updates to the discipline and attendance page. Discipline and attendance provides information on how well the school is ensuring that students are in classrooms and learning daily. Schools may also receive a label for urgent intervention required if they have an out-of-school suspension rate that is 2 times higher than the national average. These labels will appear on this page underneath the out-of-school suspension rate information. And finally, let's take a look at the teacher workforce page. Teacher workforce provides information on a school's teacher qualifications, a diversity of school staff, and the extent to which teachers are staying at that school year to year. Starting in the spring of 2019, the annual attendance rate for teachers will also be included on this page, as you see here. That concludes our quick overview of the Louisiana School Finder and the changes being reflected in the system this year as a result of the updates to Louisiana's accountability system. Additional details on these changes can be found in the Principal Support Toolbox library on the department's website. Within the library, you can also find additional tools to help you communicate the release of your school's performance scores, like a customizable parent night presentation, social media graphics, and a School Finder website button. I hope that this quick overview has been helpful to you in better preparing for the release of school performance scores on November 8th. However, if you have any questions, please contact us at assessment@la.gov. Thank you and have a great day.